mayoral candidate will be on the general election ballot despite an attempt to block her candidacy by an ally of current Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who is
a mayoral candidate being challenged. The saga surrounding embattled South Suburban politician Tiffany Henyard continues.
Hold on tight, because we're going to dive headfirst into a muddy political bog that will make you doubt everything you believe you understood about local government. We're talking about Thornton Township, Illinois, and the reign of terror. Or is it simply poor supervisor management? This is not your grandmother's town hall meeting, folks. It's a full-fledged political cage fight with Tiffany Henyard in the center ring, trading blows with her opponents and facing an FBI investigation that has the entire town buzzing with the latest drama. Tiffany Henyard should be ready to be shocked, scandalized, and perhaps just a little bit entertained. Penn's threat to shut down the entire township government, yes, you read correctly, means that she is threatening to cut off essential services, depriving elderly people of transportation, children of after-school activities, and possibly hundreds of workers of their jobs due to a trivial power struggle.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard was not at the hearing here today. Neither was her attorney, and she was not made available for a comment.
What's the beef then? It appears that the Thornton Township Board meetings have shifted from being about governance to being more about playing political chicken. For the fifth time in as many weeks, a meeting had to be called off due to a lack of a quorum because trustees are determined to prevent Henyard from making important appointments. They accuse her of financial mismanagement, using taxpayer funds for opulent vacations and personal enrichment, and generally running the township into the ground. They are not incorrect. The FBI is looking into her, and the township is experiencing a significant financial deficit. You should leave this in the proper manner. Illegal Henyard, but presents a different image, alleging that the trustees are attempting to undermine her authority and take over the township for their own self-interest. She asserts that the refusal to attend meetings is a calculated move to keep her from selecting a new trustee, which would give her a crucial tie-breaking vote. She contends that this is a cynical attempt to silence her and ruin her political career, framing herself as a champion of the people opposing the corrupt establishment. The stakes are extremely high. Henyard's threat to close the township is not without substance. She has warned that the township will be unable to renew its insurance without a working board, which would result in the total shutdown of activities. More than 100 township employees, many of whom are already having financial difficulties, might be laid off if elder transport, food assistance programs, and after-school activities for children are discontinued. It's a risky move, a high-stakes gamble, but Henyard is playing.
Again, no comment from Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Voters here will first head to the polls in February for the primary election, then the general mayoral election.
Henyard's political future is in jeopardy, and it's not just the township's finances that are in disarray. She has already been removed from the ballot for Thornton Township Supervisor in a rare Democratic caucus vote, claiming that the caucus was rigged and that her supporters were locked out of the venue, while those of her opponent, State Senator Napoleon Harris, were permitted in. She has filed numerous lawsuits alleging voter suppression and demanding a do-over, while her allies have been.
Except in one case, Tiffany Henyard wants on a ballot, while in another, a Henyard ally was looking to keep her opponent off.
The situation is more the ongoing FBI inquiry into Henyard's finances has made matters more difficult. The FBI is investigating serious allegations of mismanagement against Henyard, who denies any wrongdoing despite mounting evidence. However, the drama doesn't end there. Henyard is also the mayor of Dolton, Illinois, and her tenure in office has been equally turbulent. Subpoenas have been issued to Henyard herself, political committee, her cancer charity, yes, really her boyfriend relatives' trustees, and even her fun burger business, with senior trustee Jason House launching a mayoral campaign to overthrow her house due to fierce opposition from within her own village. Henyard is accused of financial mismanagement and of inciting fear and intimidation within the village government. He is promising ethics reform and a return to responsible governance.
Manipulation. Nobody likes being manipulated, and when you get here, you know that's exactly what's happening.
Circumstance, despite her stubborn claims that she is battling against the corrupt establishment and acting in the best interests of the people, Andalon is replicating the instability in Thorn Township, where meetings are filled with heated allegations and lawsuits are mounting. However, her detractors see things differently. A self-serving politician who would stop at nothing to maintain power. Let's see what the internet has to say. The YouTube comments section section is a treasure trove of viewpoints ranging from amusement to indignation. One user said, "This is annoying. Henyard has no respect, so she deserves no respect." Another, obviously tired of the constant drama, said she needs to mature and step down. Her tenure in office has been a disaster. These remarks capture a general feeling of annoyance and disillusionment among Thoron Township and Doden inhabitants who are fed up with the ongoing arguments, the charges, and the uncertainty over their village's futures.
Well, she's one of the most recognizable faces that's been on the news lately. I'm talking about the mayor of Dalton, Tiffany Henyard.
And all of social media.
The circumstances are made more difficult by the fact that Henyard isn't only dealing with resistance from members of her own party. There are also rumors circulating regarding covert partnerships and backroom negotiations, there are rumors of conflicting groups fighting for dominance. And some people believe that the current FBI probe is being used as a political tool to disparage Henyard and her supporter. Others think that the entire situation is a smokescreen, a diversion from far more serious misbehavior, and that the truth is still elusive. To make matters more interesting, there have been allegations of anonymous tips and leaked documents coming to light, which have fueled further conjecture about Henyard's alleged misconduct.
Has this surprised you, how much the viewership has gravitated towards this woman? Like, people from all over the world are talking about her.
Rather than by a sincere concern for the welfare of the community, they cite Henyard's accomplishments during her time in office, highlighting initiatives that have benefited the residents of Thorntown Township in Doden. Meanwhile, her supporters are fiercely loyal, defending her against accusations of wrongdoing and painting her as the victim of a political witch hunt. The story is getting more complicated with conflicting narratives and conflicting accounts of events. Her opponents are retaliating just as vehemently, filing countersuits and contesting her claims. The legal wrangling is likely to continue for months or even years, delaying any resolution to the crisis and increasing the uncertainty for the residents of these communities. The legal battles are far from over. Heard's lawsuits are still pending and the outcomes are still uncertain.
Friday, folks met by this sign.
Okay, here I am, and they disappeared now.
The political fallout is already being felt outside of the court cases. Hen's credibility has been badly damaged and her capacity to lead effectively has been seriously undermined. Another layer to this complicated story is the role of the media, as local news outlets closely monitor the events unfolding and report on the various legal battles, accusations, and counter-accusations. The ongoing infighting and accusations are eroding public trust, making it harder to address the community's pressing needs. This situation is a textbook example of how political dysfunction can undermine even the most well-intentioned efforts at governance. National media outlets have also taken note, enhancing the narrative and influencing how the public views Henyard and her administration. The ongoing media attention is increasing the pressure on Henyard, making navigating this political minefield even more challenging.
Our hesitation is that if there's a person in there that will just say yes to everything, I mean, it will set us back.
The situation in Thornton Township is a warning about the perils of unbridled power, political ambition, and the destructive effects of partisan conflict. The people living in these communities are caught in the crossfire, suffering from the fallout from a political battle that doesn't seem to be ending. The question is whether the community will be able to move past this political trauma, or if the scars of this conflict will last for years to come. The future is uncertain, and the drama goes on. The situation is a perfect storm of political infighting, financial mismanagement, and FBI scrutiny. It's a spectacle that has captured the attention of the entire region and is far from over. The question is whether she will carry out her threat, and if she does, what will happen? Will the locals revolt and demand her resignation, or will she somehow weather this storm and hold on to power?
We were in Thornton Township today, and that main building was locked. No one was answering the main phone lines, and some services that are offered there are for electric and heating for low-income homes.
The ongoing court cases, this is a story that will keep us on the edge of our seats because of the FBI investigation and the deep-seated political divisions in Thornton Township and Doden. It's a messy, chaotic situation, and the people who live in these communities deserve better. The question is whether Henyard's actions will ultimately help the people she claims to represent, or if they will only serve to further destabilize already fragile communities. Only time will tell, so please keep the comments coming. Let us know what you think of this political soap opera, and remember to like. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for future updates on this developing drama.